Welcome to Ultimate Weddings, the ultimate guide to finding the wedding accessories of your dreams. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be bringing you some of the UK's most glamorous wedding accessories, whatever your style, budget and theme. From bespoke bridal jewellery to handmade shoes. First up, Euphoria Jewellery.
Euphoria started in 2000. Really, we spotted a niche in the market for people doing things that were different. For weddings, it all seemed to be very boring on the high street. And so we were inspired by vintage jewellery, my mum and I, and we decided to give it a go. And she's always been incredibly creative, and we were both incredibly enthusiastic. And so we started making headdresses. There's two sides to the business. There's the bridal side, where we do the headdresses, the jewellery, the bridesmaids, the mother of the bride if she wants a creation, really as much or as little as people want. And then there's the costume jewellery side to the business as well, where we get to be a bit more dramatic with colour, perhaps using some gorgeous jet Victorian shawl or real bespoke pieces. The idea that runs right the way through Euphoria is that we are specialists, and it's special pieces of jewellery, not the kind of thing that you'll find, certainly not run of the mill. Let's start with the dramatic. Red's a fantastic colour. Some girls are brave enough to wear it for their wedding day, but if they are brave enough, it's very difficult then to find the accessories that go with it. A lot of the bold headdresses can look very in your face. So with a piece like this, we would try to work with 4 or 5 different shades of colour, so it looks interesting and it looks vintage. A lot of our pieces start from taking perhaps a beautiful old brooch from the 1920s, and then that will inspire us to create a certain piece. Or we'll buy a beautiful faux pearl necklace that's in really good condition, we'll take it apart, and that might do 2 or 3 headdresses. It's all about combinations of colours and shapes, really. There's no point just putting one component in there and expecting it to look fantastic. We'll often find a gorgeous old necklace. This one's a gorgeous dusky pink colour, and then we take it apart and remake it. I think if somebody was going to wear these for their wedding, they would have it as an investment piece because they'd be wearing it time and time again afterwards. And then the bracelets, dependent upon how much she wants to go for. We always work with finish with beautiful clasp because it's just so important how the whole thing's finished off. Again, this is an amazing piece. It looks gorgeous on the wedding day, but absolutely fab with a shirt and jeans later on. The inspiration comes from the vintage pieces, and we're lucky really that there's a big market for vintage inspired pieces, but it's very difficult, I think, for a lot of manufacturers who are trying to mass produce to create that kind of special feel. They want to do it on a grand scale. We don't. The earrings that we do, anything from a subtle little drop to more chandelier earrings, this is some of the fabulous range that we've just created. Again, it's that whole vintage inspired but with a contemporary twist. That's what Euphoria is about. On the headdress front, we do a selection of tiaras, but also we find that for girls who don't want a traditional tiara, something like a side spray that sits at the side here is hidden in the hair, and it's just a bit contemporary. It's a bit more funky than a standard tiara. Euphoria is about having as much or as little as you want. It's not about being overdone. So if a girl wanted a fantastic show-stopping tiara, you wouldn't expect that she'd then go for earrings and bracelet and necklace as well, because it's all wearing her, and it's really important that she looks like her on that big day. So we would say, what does she want to start with? If she's always wanted an amazing necklace, well, let's start with that. And then maybe she'd just need a few pins in her hair and a bracelet just to complement, really. If a girl has a passion for some amazing earrings, then really, again, she'd probably have a fantastic cuff with that, because there's plenty of distance apart. But I'm not one for wearing something on everything. It can easily look overdone. Necklaces, this is a pretty wow piece. Again, this would be the talking point, so you'd play down the rest of your accessories. But it's luster pearl choker, and it just looks like it could have come out of grandma's closet, but it doesn't look old-fashioned with it. Normally, the way that people would get to us is either by private appointment, which is either in Lancashire or in Oxfordshire. We do the major national wedding shows in Birmingham and London 4 times a year, so people will come and seek us out there. We try to deliver at least 2 to 3 months before the wedding. It's a lot less stress for the bride and for us. And it also enables her to develop her look if she wants to do that piece at a time, rather than feeling like she has to do everything because she's run out of time.
Next up, EMMY, shoes fit for a princess.
EMMY Shoes is a small company that focuses on doing custom-made wedding shoes. Currently, we probably have about 40 different shapes, but anything is possible from that starting point. So what tends to happen is every shoe is different that we make. A lot of the styles are reminiscent, if you like, of vintage styles, which is perfect for the current trend in bridal. We offer a huge range of fabrics and colours and details. The most popular for us is a really, really soft suede, and we team that up with metallic piping and satins and beaded trims. Our most popular style at the moment is a round toe shoe, and it's actually called EMMY. It's the style that I designed for my own wedding, and that's just been so successful. I think mainly because it's perfect for the vintage style that is so popular. It takes about 10 to 12 weeks for us to make the shoes for you. What we tend to encourage is once the bride has chosen her dress, it's a good time to come and see us, because it's good to have the shoes there for your final fittings, because the dressmakers like you to have your exact shoes on to do the hem, and also it makes you stand differently depending on the heel height that you choose. I think it's such a special day, and you pay so much attention to every part of your outfit, and the shoes just finish it off so well, and I think it's just so exciting on the day to put on shoes that have been especially made for you, and they are so comfortable. It's like wearing high-heeled slippers, so by the end of the day you won't be one of those brides that's dancing around in bare feet. When brides come and see us, they might try on several shoes that could work with the dress, and they find comfortable and they fit well, etc. But their face definitely lights up when they find the exact ones that are going to be perfect for them. You can have any colour you like. What we tend to ask is if you bring a swatch of the colour that you'd like, we then go and find the leather or the suede or the satin to match. But we do offer a huge selection within our range anyway. The most popular bridal colours obviously are the ivory, but we do a really beautiful oyster and a blush colour, which tends to work really well with the vintage style dresses as well. Your appointment lasts about an hour. Within that hour you get to try on lots and lots of shoes. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. There's loads and loads to choose from, but we do our best to help guide you and advise you what's going to work best for you and your dress, to make sure that you are happy with your chosen shoes. When I designed the collection, I was really passionate about doing sexy feminine shoes that weren't going to hurt your feet. The main reason is that the lasts, which are the form that shape the shoes, are perfectly designed to be in balance with the heel, so your weight distribution is even, so that's a huge contributing factor. And also the shoes are padded all the way through, so it's similar to like maybe a softer construction shoe that you'd normally find in a slipper or something. You've got that instant comfort. We not only offer shoes here, we actually can make handbags to match, which is lovely when we can do a detail to match, because that finishes the outfit off perfectly. So we've just developed a huge range, and again they're all hand beaded, custom made to order, so the world is your oyster and you can have something matching, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just for your wedding. You can wear it again, we can turn it into a brooch afterwards. My particular favourites at the moment are the pearl style, which is a T-bar sandal. The main reason is that it's beautiful, it's sparkly, it's vintage, and it's so comfy. You can just dance the night away in those. I love the rose with the bow because it's just so frivolous and fun, and it's fantastic in hot pink. I love the new Elizabeth with the peacock feathers because it's just so vintage and it's just really sparkly. EMMY shoes are the kind of shoes that when you put them on your wedding day, it's a real Cinderella moment and you'll never want to take them off.
Welcome back to our guide to the UK's ultimate wedding accessories. Crystal & Lace is an online company with a stunning collection of jewellery.
I became a jewellery maker through having my own jewellery shop and wanting to create unique pieces which customers used to have the need for with weddings. There was always certain pieces that were already made within the market, but I felt there was a gap that was needed for some bespoke but very different pieces also. Current collection consists of 3 sort of separate collections within it. There's the fascinator range, tiaras, and then the jewellery. The tiaras are all made with crystals and pearls, very soft, intricate, small details, nothing large. I'm all about sort of attention to detail. I think brides out there don't want the necessary outrageous pieces, just soft accessories that accentuate their wedding dresses. Then the jewellery, which consists of earrings, bracelets, beautiful lace cuffs, which have been really popular for me, and sets of necklaces, all sets that match, so I can make anything to go with the tiaras or sets that are literally on their own. And then the fascinators, so a lot of mums of the brides as well who still come to me. They can bring their outfit, I can dye all the feathers to match their colours, incorporate crystals that are used within the whole bridal party, and create a one-off unique piece just to go with their outfit. The face veils that I create are beautiful and elegant, with a modern twist on a traditional veil. So the bride, to me, always needs to have an idea of a hairstyle before she comes to me, if we're talking tiaras or an accessory for the hair, purely because I can work around this, and I can work and help it gives me inspiration, it gives me focus on where I need to concentrate within where they want the detail in their hair. Brides would usually bring a piece of fabric or something from the dress. Therefore I can make sure, for instance, if we're using pearl, that we're using the right tone of it to go with the fabric. If they've got lace on the dress, we can almost definitely incorporate that into any of the designs. If they have a certain crystal, for instance, is it AB or have they got diamante on the dress? Little things like that to me matter, and they have to all be made from the same, so that they're not fighting with the dress, they're working with it as a package. If a bride has already decided on a beautiful hairstyle, knows she doesn't want a tiara, but wants to just dress the hair, we can create some pins to sit in amongst the hairstyle. Some people who have a beautiful loose pinned hair curls, we put something like a branch pearl in so that they sit into the curls, but just the crystal sparkles in the light. So once the veil's taken out in the evening, the hair's dressed and sits beautifully from behind. For French pleats, it's nice to have pins put all the way down the side of a French pleat. Hair that's just been brought up, half down. Been popular for us to have a nice selection of pearls across the top of the style, underneath the veil, so that when the veil comes off, at night time you've still got the hair dressed and beautifully sparkling for the evening. My company is called Crystal & Lace. We're based mainly across the internet. I have a site with which you can purchase any of my goods online. I also offer a bespoke service, so that if you have any changes to the goods that I sell, if you want something uniquely created just for yourself, I can produce that in my studio. And we're also at all the national and local wedding fairs, so that brides can come and visit us and discuss their ideas. If a bride comes to me and she has a set budget, then I'll do everything I can to work with her on that. We can always make it affordable, we can use different components, we can reuse pieces from her dress. We'll always be able to find something that's well within her budget. I think your wedding day is one of the most special days you'll always have, and to help somebody put those dreams and ideas into production and see them come together and, you know, help make what they want a reality is fantastic.
Next up, now you've got the perfect jewellery, all you need now is the perfect underwear.
I call it Leila Underwear.
Good afternoon, Leila Richmond, Amber speaking. How can I help? Leila is all about the fitting side of the brand. Basically, with the stunning bras and lingerie that we sell, the most important thing at the end of the day is wearing the correctly fitted bra. Not only can it improve your self-confidence, but your image on the outside as well as the inside. We cater for all shapes and sizes, whether you're an A cup or a K cup. So our point of difference again with that would be that we don't discriminate against any shape or size. We stock Freya, Fantasy, Fauve, and then we also do other brands such as Simone Perel, Chantel, Elle Macpherson, just to name a few. All the staff in store are professionally trained to fit any woman that walks through the door. We offer a free service to every customer. Making sure the fit is just so important. It can make the bra look so different as well as yourself as well. So having the right fit is really important. Getting to know the customer is vital, knowing what they do day in, day out. Is it just for a one-off event, or if it's for an everyday use? So getting to know, you know, are they a busy mum that they're bending down all the time, or working where, you know, they just need something that's a little bit, they want to feel sexy or something like that. So finding out what they actually want their underwear for, again, is just as important as the fit. Freya is sort of the young and funky brand that we stock in store. Fantasy is more of a classic, everyday, any woman could wear. Fauve is your something special. The detail that's put on the bra is just that little bit extra special. We do swimwear all year round, and again going from an A through to a double H cup within the swimwear. Again, we do Freya, which is quite a young and funky brand, but again is still quite classic. And Fantasy more of your stylish brand itself. Certain times of the year we have a designated area for bridal lingerie, but we do carry it throughout the year. With our bridal underwear, we have a few selected brands that I suppose would be more pointed towards the bridal side. Simone Perel do a stunning basque, which is named Fiji. That's probably one of our most best sellers with that one. And then EMMY also do an absolutely stunning basque, which fits for the larger lady. But again, it's just an absolutely stunning embroidery, and it's really, really pretty. There are so many women out there that are wearing the incorrect size, so I do push you to go to one of our nearest stores and go and get fitted. It's completely free. You can either phone up and make an appointment, or you can just pop in at any time. There's no pressure, so just literally go along and one of our trained staff will be able to help you with not just only your size but your shape as well, to see what suits you best. I think it's the experience that we try and give to the customers. You know, we're there for them. We don't just tell them their bra size. We'll give them options of how they feel at the end of the day, because they're the customers who's wearing the lingerie. So they need to be comfortable in what they're wearing. You know, we try and get to know the customer a little bit, and we always try and recognise them when they do come back into store. So we have that, you know, customer service built into all of us. We try and cater for every shape and size. So we always try and don't have a vast amount of sizes in store, but if for any reason that we don't have it in store that day, we can either try and locate it from one of our other stores and have it in within a couple of days, or we can always do a special order service for you, which will be here normally within about a week or so. We have 5 stores located around the country in Liverpool, York, Bluewater, Cardiff and Richmond. We also have a brilliant online service at leilaunderay.com. You can order your lingerie on there and be returned if needed, but again we do say that you should get fitted first to make sure you are wearing the right size.
Don't forget, ladies, pop into your closest branch and be measured up for your perfectly fitted brassiere. OK, we hope we've inspired you in your choice of wedding accessories. More next time on Ultimate Weddings.